Yeah, the sound's off. Yep. Sound is off. Good. All right, well, let's see how it looks. Yeah. All right, good afternoon and welcome, Jackets fans. It is another hockey game for your Columbus 19U Blue Jackets here at the CCM World Invite up just north of Detroit, Michigan. We're at the John Lindell Ice Arena where your Columbus Blue Jackets are getting ready to face off against the Clair Shore Saints out of Michigan. Jackets have played the St. Clair Shore Saints 6 times in the past, and I think all of them were last year. They're 3-2-1 against the Saints. Jackets coming into today's matchup 50th in the My Hockey rankings, and St. Clair Shore Saints coming in at 60th. The Jackets posting a record of 14 wins, 10 losses, and 2 draws, and St. Clair Shores coming in at 6 wins and 7 losses on the season. We're glad to have you with us. If you are tuning in and listening and watching, please let us know how the feed is. There is no Wi-Fi in this building, so what you see is what you get today. We tried to get the Wi-Fi password, but there is no Wi-Fi at all in the building, so... Oh, and Sharon Clark is with us. Hey, Sharon, so how does the feed look? Please comment. Robin, who is manning the video camera today, likes to hear your comments. It's dark in here. Where we're broadcasting from is extremely dark. So this is game 1 of the weekend for the Jackets in the CCM World Invite against the St. Clair Shores Saints. Jackets in action this evening at 9:20 against the Chicago Bruins. So that game will be brought to you live and simulcast both on Facebook and YouTube. Kevin Talibi giving a wave along with Eric Prawl. 15 minutes of fame, as Andy Warhol once said. They'll join us up here in the rafters. We're 6 rows up in the nosebleeds. And Cindy Lambert, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We're glad to have you with us. We hit some rain on the way up 75, but it kind of died off as we were about a few miles south of Detroit, so winter is coming. Jackets in their visiting navy blue, red shorts, blue socks. Be going from left to right this afternoon. The Saints in their home white and reds, traveling from right to left. Last time these two met was in 21 November of 21, where the Jackets posted a score of 4-0. Looks like we're going to get Poppy Worsley in between the net for the Jackets. It'll be Jenna Day, Addison Taylor, Avery Lemmerbrock, along with Hayden and Davies. Refs are ready to go. Players are ready to go. Are you ready to go? First period underway. And the Saints will jam it along the boards. It's cut off by Lemmerbrock now. Taylor with it out front. Davies fires it in, looking for Lemmerbrock, and that puck will squirt out. Day will give chase in the far side corner. Day now with the puck. Has it stick lifted, and now the Saints come away with it. Wrapping around the near side. Lemmerbrock in with speed. She loses the puck. Player goes down. Davies keeps it in. Nice pressure by the Jackets. That puck now will escape out in front of the benches. Hayden will track back to get it neutral ice. She picks her head up, goes cross ice to Lemmerbrock, who picks it up off a St. Clair Shore stick. That puck bounced in. No icing. Jackets get a line change in here. Folk and Miller on. Folk can't grab it. It's just underneath her skate. Miller's got it. She'll backhand it. Now Folk with it at center ice. Folk now across the blue line, looking for the pass. Out front, looking for Miller, but that puck now escapes out of the zone, and Elena Prawl comes over near side to grab it. Elena Prawl with the puck now. She'll gain the blue line. Right-hand side, Prawl dumps it in, and she'll give chase as Bella Talibi goes in behind the net. St. Clair short Saints with it. Cross ice. Can't be controlled, but St. Clair Shores still have it. The Saints now in deep. Lily Talibi on defense. Talibi, good stick work, gets the puck. She's double teamed here in the corner, and that comes out top. Miller's there to break it up before the shot can get away. Folk can't control it. Miller with the one hand. Miller now against the boards. That puck will go behind Lena Prawl. Can't grab the puck. St. Clair Shore Saints ladies down on her knees, and finally Prawl comes away with it. Wrap around to Bella Talibi, and that squirts out to the hash marks. Finally cleared out by the Jackets. Saints will collect. And they come in the high slot. Off a shin pad, never makes it on net. Loftus picks it up. Loftus dispossessed, and Prawl will wrap it around near side for Folk. Folk now just jams along the boards. That puck is going to go down and be on net. Loftus gives chase, and we'll get a whistle here at the 12:39 mark of the first period. Scoreless between the Jackets and the Saints. As Loftus with pressure there, as the Jackets were in a change, pressured the goalie and forced the save. Face-off now, Loftus with Rumke and Thomas. It'll be Travers and Davies on the back end. Five on the ice, and now we're ready to go. Loftus wins it back to Thomas. Thomas shovels it ahead. It's collected now by the Saints. Behind their own net, right-hand side. Rumke can't get it. One-touch pass by the Saints out of the zone. It's collected by Davies. Davies now kicks it ahead for Rumke, left-hand side in front of the Saints bench. Rumke now at the far circle hash mark. She fires it in, goes behind the net off a stick. That shot never made it on net. Now the Saints can't clear the zone. Good break up by that was Gracie Travers. Davies can't keep it into the blue line, and she'll retreat. Davies now gets hooked, no call. Gets hooked again, no call. Davies still with the puck, fires it in. That puck on the rebound. Thomas can't pull the trigger on the backhand. Her stick was tied up. Now, St. Clair Shore Saints. I'm just going to call them the Saints. Davies with it now. Far side. That's a tongue twister. Davies out front looking for Loftus. Broken up, never gets on net. Shoveled in by the Saints. Poke checked away by Travers. Nice work, but Thomas is offside. We'll get a whistle. 11:33 left in the first. Scoreless between the Jackets and the Saints, and we'll see that top line out there again of Day, Lemmerbrock, and Taylor. Neutralize face-off here on the near side. Puck is controlled by the Jackets, dumped in by Hayden, chased after by Taylor. She can't grab it, and the Saints shovel it into neutral ice, and that puck will go for icing as Prawl was too eager on her pass to Lemmerbrock on the right. Face-off will come back down to the defensive zone for the Jackets. Day can't win it, but actually Taylor comes away with it. She's pushed off the puck, and the Saints at neutral ice come away with it. That's an offside call. As there's no delayed offside in the USA Hockey rules, so puck now will be at center ice. Controlled by the Saints. Far side, the Saints right against their own bench, but picked off nicely by Prawl, who had it between her skates. She backhands it ahead, but controlled by the Saints. That puck will go the length of the ice. We'll get an icing call on the Saints now, and that puck will come back down for an offensive zone face-off. This game got started a little early. Hopefully you can tune in and enjoy some Jackets hockey. Sad news about Zach Wierenski. Last night, separated his shoulder and tore his labrum. Word is he is out for the season. Prawl now with it. That puck is deflected, goes high behind the net off the end boards. Lemmerbrock can't control the puck. Taylor now chases it. Lemmerbrock behind the net. That goes off the back of the net. Hayden will pinch in. She fires it. And that hit Taylor. Taylor looking for the tip there. Day now tries to clear it out. The Saints will control it behind their own net. Nice stick work by Taylor. Hayden is going to have to chase back as the Saints come back the other way. Prawl's there. That puck goes wide of Poppy Worsley. She's not seen any action, really. No saves yet. Elena Prawl now, right-hand side. Elena Prawl just feathers it ahead. She'll chase after it. And that's going to be an icing call as the puck outpaced Elena. Defensive zone face-off for the Jackets. It'll be Miller, Talibi, and Folk out there for the Jackets. Looks like Miller will be centering Folk and Bella Talibi. Lily Talibi on the back end along with Gracie Travers. Miller can't win the face-off. Saints control it. She'll pick it off. Miller now ahead for Talibi, but nice stick work there by the Saints. They collect it and fire it back in. Lily Talibi behind her own net. Just tied up by a couple of Saints, and Travers overskates it, now out front, and Worsley has to make the first save of the game from close range, and Gracie Travers overskates the puck. It landed right on a Saints stick, and a quick and easy shot, but Worsley in good position gets the whistle. Face off to the right now of Worsley. Miller in for the draw. Again, controlled by the Saints. The puck goes off the netting to the outside, jammed in down low, but broken up nicely by Lily Talibi. Back now behind the net. Travers tracks for the Jackets, and that puck will be cycled out top, and now Bella Talibi clears it outside the zone. Peyton Folk with it, backhands it to Talibi. Talibi has it go off her skate. Folk has it go behind her, and now the Saints come away with it. Collected now by Lily Talibi. Talibi's got plenty of ice, and she puts it right on a St. Clair Shores Saints. That was offside, not called, as puck will squirt out now, and Gracie Travers picks her head up, looking for Miller. Talibi tips it in. That won't be any icing. Miller and Folk give chase. 9 minutes left in the first. Scoreless between the Saints and the Jackets. And now Davies with it. Davies from the slot fires it in, takes a deflection, never makes it on net. St. Clair Shore Saints cannot clear as Davies picks it off at the half boards. Folk from the point. Folk fires it in, goes off a shin guard. Picked off by Miller. Fired in, and then it's shot in a goal! And that should be Davies from Miller. From Talibi. Or no, from Folk. Folk Miller pick up the assist, and Reagan Davies on the scoreboard. 1-0 Jackets at the 8:38 mark of the first. Davies gets the Jackets on top. Miller and Folk with the assists. And the Jackets take the lead early. Line change now with Loftus. She wins the faceoff. Controlled now by the goal scorer and left for Hayden. Thomas with it. She'll fire it in deep. We're going to get an offside call. She did not gain the red line. But the Jackets drawing first blood, and good offensive zone pressure by the Jackets, not letting that puck out. Miller able to break up the pass, and she feeds it to Davies, and Davies makes no mistake. Big shout out to Brian Worsley and Andrea Prawl. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, wish you guys were with us, but we're glad that you could tune in. As the Jackets now up by a goal, and Rumpke can't control. Kept in by the Jackets. Rumpke can't pull the trigger, but Hayden will step up, backhanded into the zone. Wrapped around behind the Saints. Loftus with speed. Forecheck, good pressure by her. Davies keeps it in nicely. Davies coming off 2 hat tricks last weekend. Good work by Hayden now. Hayden feathers it ahead looking for Rumpke. It's picked off by the Saints. Saints cross the blue line. Davies is looking for the puck, and we're getting an offside call here. 7:39 left in the first. Jackets on top 1-0, courtesy of Reagan Davies, who just skated that puck from the slot to the right-hand circle, fired, made no mistake. And you give Reagan Davies that kind of time, and she is going to find the twine. Lemmerbrock with it now. Nice move by Lemmerbrock. Limberbrock fires it in, looking for the rebound, and it's saved. Oh, and it's a goal! Taylor comes in. The goalie makes the initial save. Can't find it. Taylor backdoor picks up the slop, and what an easy goal as Addison Taylor makes it 2-0 unassisted at the 7:30 mark of the first period. Limberbrock did great there for the shot. The day job from Worsley. Likely excuse. We'll see you next tournament, buddy. Jackets double their lead here with the Saints now trying to get some zone pressure. Taylor, the goal scorer, out to Limberbrock. Nice pass. Limberbrock, she's stick checked away. She'll find Lily Talibi. Now the 2-on-1 developing now for the Saints. Good work by Prawl. That long stick, able to poke check it away, and good work by the Saints to remain onside. And now from the slot, shoveled in on the backhand. Worsley, easy glove save. We'll get a whistle. 6:55 left in the first. And a line change now for the Jackets. Will be the Talibi, Folk, and Miller line. The two Talibi sisters on the ice at the same time. Elena Prawl also out there. Puck is controlled by the Jackets. Miller with it now. Miller skating. Nice outlet pass to Folk. Folk can't corral that in, and it's poke checked ahead. Folk with it now, left-hand side. Folk backhands looking for Talibi. Miller on the poke check. Good work as she was 1 against 2. Elena Prawl with a long stick finds Miller. Miller left-hand side now. Got Talibi. Talibi. Miller. Oh, and just wide, and the little toe drag. And out front, Miller can't pull the trigger. Miller with a toe drag and tried the old backhand attempt and just went wide. Good work by the center there. And now here comes St. Clair Shore Saints. Nice break up by Gracie Travers. Always solid in defense is Gracie. Folk off the shin pad, and it'll deflect ahead for St. Clair Shore. 6:08 left in the first. Nice glove save as Poppy Worsley in great position there as the Saints bursting down the left-hand side there get the shot off, but Worsley saw it all the way. Makes the save for the whistle. 6:04 left in the first. 2-0 Jackets. Davies and Taylor, your goal scorers. Line change now for the Jackets. Controlled by the Saints off the face-off out to the point. Fired in, and that hits off a skate. Never makes it on net. Far side now the Saints. Saints trying to build some pressure in the offensive zone. Jackets trying to defend this 2-goal lead, and away with it comes. I'm sorry, that was Loftus. She fires it a little too far. She was looking for Thomas. It was behind her. We'll get a whistle for an icing call. Again, sorry for that. We play tonight at 9:20 against Chicago Bruins, so hopefully you can tune in for that matchup. Jackets and Bruins always play a tough game together. Now Davies, she's got a goal today, flicks it out. Rumpke will give chase. This puck will not make it for icing. Rumpke in on the forecheck. St. Clair Shore Saints, left-hand side now. Neutral ice as they just dump it in. No icing here. Hayden will chase behind the net. Actually, Worsley comes out to block it. Good active stick by Worsley. Hayden looking for the stretch pass to Rumpke. Goes off a skate and collected now by the Jackets. Loftus tracks back. Puck dumped in, goes off Loftus' stick. Davies gets it. She backhands it up, but not out of the zone. Loftus can't clear it. Finally does. Across the blue line. Good work by Loftus on the back check. Now Davies with it with 4:45 left in the period. Now Thomas on the right-hand side. Got a little bit of space. Jackets are going for a change. Thomas gains the blue. Good work by her. Thomas now stick checks on one. And that puck will be covered up. And good work by Sarah Thomas to let the line change go there. With 4:35 left, the goalie will cover the puck and stop the clock. The Jackets will bring out their Day, Lemmerbrock, and Taylor line. Hayden and Prawl, your blue liners. Puck one back to Hayden. Hayden fires it, goes just wide. Great toe save by the Saints goalie. Prawl is tied up, and that long reach now. 3-on-1 developing. Hayden will track back. Good work by the defenseman there. Najla Hayden out front now. Lemmerbrock and trying to clear that puck out. It goes off a skate. Prawl with it. Too far ahead of Lemmerbrock. Jenna Day will give chase. Jenna Day playing with a bum thumb. She damaged that last weekend, but she's good enough to play. Out front looking for Taylor on the tip. She gets jackknifed, no call. Referee's letting them play here. Day behind the net. Physical battle out to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock fires, goes off the post. Lemmerbrock rings the church bells. Late in the first period, that puck will be deflected across the blue line and 3 Jackets offside. Good work by Columbus, turning the screw on the Saints. 2-0 your score, 3:43 left in the first. Jackets courtesy of Taylor and Davies. Miller will come out to center this line. We'll keep an eye on Jenna Day. Miller wins it easily. Back to Travers. Travers kicks it ahead, looking for Taylor. Jackets now on the forecheck, 3 deep in the zone. Travers can't break that up, and it's a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Miller's racing to get back. And what a great save by Poppy Worsley as Miller was tracking back. And Poppy Worsley just collects the puck. Miller just ever so slightly just put it right into her mitt. She had good defensive position on the Saints and good work by the center to get back on the back check. Miller now in for the draw again. Miller wins it. Talibi now right ahead looking for Folk, but broken up, and now the Jackets scrambling with puck control by the Saints out at the point, and that puck traveled length of the ice. This will be no icing. It was played by a Saints player. Bella Talibi in and a wipeout, and out front now Bella Talibi had the pass on, but couldn't make it. And now Folk with it. Folk fires, and that went between the 5-hole, but finally covered up by the goalie, and the Jackets with an offensive zone faceoff with 2:53 left here in the first. Folk, Talibi, and Miller will stay out. Lily, Talibi, and Travers on the blue line for the Jackets. Miller in now for the draw. Goes between the referee's skates, and Folk was late getting in. And, you know, when I talked to Lauren about faceoffs, and she said one of the things that she's talked to her wingers about doing is that puck gets tied up. The wingers have to rush to get into that puck. In that instance, both wingers just looked at the puck, and that's when St. Clair Shores came in to grab it. Miller now behind the net as she does well in the back check. Travers looking for Folk. That backhand is going to clear out. Folk will race after it. Talibi on the far side. Folk will peel off and go for a change along with Miller. Free out for St. Clair Shores. Nice work by Loftus to scuttle that breakout attempt. Thomas comes in, can't control it. I'll leave it for Davies. Davies now around 3. Davies finally comes away with it. Davies looking for the pass. Davies seconds around the slot. Davies shot, and that is deflected. And that was obviously a block, but Davies doing a lot of heavy work there down low. And now Loftus will have to race back. The only one on defense. 3-on-1. Worsley blockers it aside. Good work by the Saints as it was a 1-on-3. They got the shot off early, tried to handcuff Worsley, but Worsley was tracking the puck well as she blockered it aside. Now Loftus backhands it out to Rumpke. Left-hand side with 1:19 left in the period. Rumpke, top of the circle, fires. Never makes it on net as Saints had a body in front. Elena Prawl using her long reach, but she can't come away with it. And here come the Saints back the other way late in the period. Worsley, glove save, and she saw that all the way. And, you know, a goalie's going to take that shot every day. It's near side, glove side, right-hand shot, but Worsley with nobody in front, and she was able to focus on that puck and make the save. Poppy playing really solidly between the pipes for the Jackets. Jenna Day out there. She'll win it back to Taylor. Taylor leaves it for Prawl. Prawl wraps it around to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock now see that puck go out into neutral ice. Jenna Day on the forecheck. Here come the Saints back the other way. Good tic-tac-toe, but Worsley sticks it aside. Under a minute now to play in the period. Well under a minute. 37 seconds. Worsley makes the save. Nice work by Prawl to break up any kind of scoring attempt there as she just stood tall in front of Worsley. That puck off the boards. Now with under 30 seconds to go, the Saints enjoying a little bit of zone time. Talibi will have to go behind the net. Lily Talibi with it, wraps it around to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock with 16 left on the clock, up to Jenna Day. Jenna Day on the right-hand side's got some room. Jenna Day looking for that pass. She fires, and that puck again, and it's on! Taylor can't jam it in with 6 seconds left in the period. Good work by the Jackets. This first period is going to expire. The Jackets on top, 2-0, thanks to even strength goals by Reagan Davies and Addison Taylor. Those goals coming at the 8:38 and 7:30 mark, respectively. Jackets enjoying a 2-goal lead. Second period action is on the way. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment. So the video feed is, hopefully it's not making you sick. We're just trying to fix it so we get a good view. So the Jackets this weekend, 2 more games after today. We got a late one at 9:20 against the Chicago Bruins, and then tomorrow we've got a 12 noon game against the Anaheim Lady Ducks. Hopefully you can tune in to both. All right, I need to fix the video, so stand by. It may not be perfect, but it's better than Live Barn. Miller now with the puck. Miller finds Talibi to the left-hand side across the blue line. Talibi now chases it into the half boards out to Hayden. Hayden can't control it. She blocks it off with her skate. Talibi trying to collect it, and that puck will squirt out of neutral ice. Saints come away with it right-hand side. Saints now backhand attempt is covered up by Worsley. It's the Jackets just unable to control that puck across the blue line, and the Saints quick to pounce and go back the other way. Just started the second period here. It'll be Loftus out there with Rumke and Thomas. Prawl and Talibi on the back end. Saints control it off the face-off. Backhanded in. That puck in front of Worsley and still loose. That puck is jammed in front. Never makes it on net. Calamity of bodies in front. Thomas can't collect the puck either. And now it's going to be chased down by Lily Talibi. Talibi now behind her own net along the end boards. Dispossessed. And now that'll be Loftus with it off the boards. Rumke now taps it ahead to herself. Rumke feathers it ahead for Loftus. Loftus left-hand side. Nobody in front. Thomas was late getting into the zone. Back the other way, the Saints. Loftus with a stick check. Nice stick lift there. And Travers will pick it up with 13:40 left in the first. Stretch pass looking for Thomas is too far ahead as Saints come back into the zone. Collision it. We're going to get an offside call here as Loftus came together with a Saints player, and that'll allow the Jackets to change things up. Get a full line change in here for the Jackets. Looks like they're running 5D, so Travers will stay out for the double shift. Davies will come in. Oh, Beatrice Binsky, you're our biggest follower. I got to get a Beatrice Binsky shirt. I need to. And, of course, Emily Morsdorf, who is just an amazing person, and love having her part of our organization. So wish you were here with us, Em. But we're glad you could tune in, and we'll obviously see you at practice on Tuesday. The Jackets kind of clicking here today. It's much of the zone time has been with the Jackets. That puck will go off the netting. We'll get a whistle. It'll be outside the zone as it went off a Saints stick. Hopefully Parker's watching, right? In his little CBJ jersey. Face-off controlled by the Saints, but poke checked away, and here come the Jackets the other way. Oh, it's behind Taylor. Picked off by Prahl, and now Prahl to Taylor, left-hand side. Taylor's got a goal today. Looking for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock from the slot, fires it in. Oh, and it goes off the mask. Lemmerbrock's hit a mask and the post. Here come the Saints the other way. Right-hand side now, the Saints go around Prahl. Out front, Worsley equal to the task. Taylor now will chase after it. That puck will go through her legs, but collected by Jenna Day. So good pressure by the Jackets. Day now right-hand side. Lemmerbrock at the blue line. She'll flick it ahead, and the Jackets will change things up. Talibi, Miller, and Folk coming on for the Jackets. Right-hand side now of the Saints. A little bit of open ice now. Miller on the back check. Puck fired in. Blocker to side and picked up by Hayden. Worsley could not control the rebound. Puck fired in and go just wide. Might have gone off Prahl. Miller picks it up out to Bella Talibi. Miller now from the return pass. She shovels it outside the zone. Good work by the center. That puck will go length of the ice. Icing waved off. Bella Talibi in a foot race. Miller and Falk providing cover behind. Miller will chase it into the far side. Miller now can't collect it, and that puck with the Saints. Saints one-on-one. Gracie Travers pushes her player off the puck, and good work by the defense. Gracie Travers. Travers now with it. Travers turns. Miller's down the near side. She'll go cross ice looking for Thomas. She's rubbed off the play, and now Miller goes for a change. Loftus hops on the ice. 10:45 left in the first period. Jackets up 2-1. Nice keep in by the Jackets, and they keep it in the offensive zone. Saints near side. They can't clear it. Travers fires. That puck will land on Thomas. Thomas fires the puck in, and finally cleared out by St. Clair Shore Saints. We're going to get an icing call as Talibi can't beat the puck back. Good effort by Lily. The puck was just a little too far ahead of her with 10:23 left in the second. Jackets up 2-0. Reagan Davies and Addison Taylor with the goals for the Jackets. Offensive zone faceoff now. Loftus will do the honors with Rumpke and Thomas, along with Travers and Lily Talibi. And now here come St. Clair Shores back the other way. Talibi the only one back. Nice stick check by Lily Talibi, and that'll force the puck to be brought in behind the net. Poke checked by the Jackets. Rumpke goes in hard to the boards. Loftus collects. She'll wrap it around. Thomas will go back along her own half boards. Saints now from the point, skates in, fires. That's blockered aside by Worsley. She just made that look like it was nothing. Good work by Worsley, and that goes off a Loftus, never makes it on net. 9:40 left in the period, sticked aside by Worsley again, and Lily Talibi collects it for the Jackets. Outlet pass to Rumpke. Rumpke gains the blue line. She gains the red. Rumpke chases after it. Good work by Morgan. Picked up now by Reagan Davies. She's got to wait till Loftus gets onside. Loftus shovels it in on the backhand, and Rumpke will give chase. Thomas goes for a change. Lemmerbrock hops over the boards. Lemmerbrock with it. Davies out top, and that's who Lemmerbrock was looking for, but picked off by a nice quick stick by the Saints. Only as far as Davies, though. Davies breaks up that outlet pass, and now the Jackets with it. Stepped up nicely by Hayden. Back the other way now as Davies will pick it up. Davies is a versatile player. She played center for us last year. Day now with it, right-hand side. She was trying to find Taylor. Day with it, turnaround shot, never makes it on net, goes off a shin pad. Day now head up looking for a centering pass. Day now behind the net, 8:36 left in the period, 2-0 Jackets. Day battling in the corner. Taylor grabs it now. Taylor on the backhand. Taylor fires it across the face of the net. Lemmerbrock can't jam it home, but Reagan Davies is there to pick it up. Battle in the corner. Referee has to duck. Hayden collects it as she's going to have to wait now, and Taylor, good job as the Jackets had to get back onside. Taylor now blows a tire, and she was trying to stick handle. Now back the other way. Hayden's going to have to give chase. Jenna Day gets back. Nice work by Jenna Day on the back check. Out to Taylor. Taylor looking for Lemmerbrock, and that puck will go offside as it skipped outside the zone with 7:54. We'll get a whistle. Good effort by the Jackets, and they look to be clicking today. Miller in for the draw. Bella Talibi and Peyton Folk out there. Miller wins it back to Prawl. Prawl fires it ahead. Talibi can't get a stick on it. Puts her body in front. Good positioning by Lily Talibi, the senior from Urbana, Ohio. Talibi now with it. Folk on the outside. Has to go between her skates. Jackets unable to collect. And now Bella Talibi, her sister, chips it ahead. And it goes outside the zone. Jackets going to be judged as offside. We'll get a whistle with 7:27 left in the second. Referee's not wanting to call penalties today. Keeping the game going. But to be fair, there's been nothing really that dirty. So, Marianne Linscott. Another one of our faithful followers. We appreciate you tuning in, watching, and supporting the girls. Folk now along the half boards will be cleaned up by Prawl. Chips it out of the zone, and now Miller and Talibi will chase with Folk. 3 on the forecheck for the Jackets, kind of aggressive. 2-on-2 the other way for the Saints. 3-on-2, 4-on-2 developing. Nice work by Prawl on the poke check. Worsley will cover it up, and we're going to get a whistle. 6:48 mark. Still 2-0 Jackets. No scoring in the second. Both goals in the first. Reagan Davies and Addison Taylor on a poke check. The goalie thought she made the save. She did make the save. Puck trickled behind of her. Taylor always looking to poach that goal. Easy tap in to put the Jackets up by 2. Speaking of Davies, Davies is going to look for Loftus. Loftus backhands it to Rumpke. Rumpke now off a deflection. Couple deflections. Away with it come the Saints. Goes by Davies, but Travers is back to collect it. Travers now picks her head up. Travers with speed. Gets her stick lifted, but still remains in control of the puck. Up to Rumpke. Rumpke will dump it in as Loftus will be at first on the forecheck. Good work by Loftus. Out front, it kept in nicely by Davies. Davies fires it in wide of the net looking for a tip. Rumpke can't collect it. Finally going to be covered up by the goalie. We'll get a whistle and a face-off in the offensive zone of the Jackets. Happy Veterans Day, or thank you for serving for all of those military veterans and retirees. Your service and sacrifice do not go unnoticed. Day with Taylor and Lemmerbrock. Puck won by the Jackets. Wrapped around by Hayden. Taylor now with it. Taylor trying to create some offense behind the net, but here come the Saints the other way. Saints now, we're going to have no icing as Hayden will chase it back. Her own end boards, wraps around. Lemmerbrock just chips it outside the zone. Good work by Lemmerbrock. Taylor can't intercept that pass, and the Saints come back. Fans on the attempt. Finally out of the zone by Prawl. The Saints now in front of their own bench into the high slot area. Taylor just jams it ahead for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock stop and go. Little stick work there. Taylor on the backhand, can't grab it. Now Lemmerbrock plays it back to Prawl because the Jackets will have to touch up. Prawl with a long reach. Nice work by Elena Prawl, the veteran defenseman, up to Jenna Day. Jenna Day's got Lemmerbrock on the right. There's Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock fires. It goes high and wide glove side. Rebound collected by Taylor. 5 minutes to go in the period. 2-1 Jackets. Taylor rips it wide of the net, and Lemmerbrock picks it up. Out front looking for Taylor, and it goes just in front of the toe of her stick. Lemmerbrock tries to jam it back to Prawl on the near side half boards. Prawl has that puck go over her stick, and away come the Saints 2-on-1. Hayden back. 2-on-1, and nice save by Poppy Worsley as she denies the 2-on-1 opportunity, and right back come the Jackets. Taylor now left-hand side. Day's out of gas. She's going to go to the bench along with Lemmerbrock. It's up to Taylor to get in there. Miller now on the bench, and that puck will squirt out and go the length of the ice. It's a foot race. Talibi and Travers back there. Good work by Travers there as Miller now on the backhand. She flips it out looking for Talibi. Talibi collects it now. Talibi left-hand side has got Miller and Folk. Talibi on the stick handle, and it goes around two. Now Talibi with it. Bella Talibi down low. Folk behind the net. She tries to play it out front to Miller, but it's behind her. 3:56 left in the period. 2-0 the score. Jackets on top of the Saints. Travers cuts that off, and that should have been an offside call. Referees let him go. And now Lily Talibi behind the net. Lily Talibi up to her sister Bella. It's too high above her stick. And now Miller with it. Miller to Folk, right-hand side. Miller will assume her duties in the center of the ice. Folk now looking for Talibi. And that puck squirts out of the zone. Now we're going to get a 2-on-0. Talibi will race back. Oh, and another big save! Poppy Worsley, 2 back-to-back epic saves. And she closes the door on the 2-on-1s. Great work by Poppy Worsley as she read that play all the way. 3:05 left in the period. Davies is tripped up, no call. And they are letting them play here. Miller with it. She can't backhand it out of the zone. Bella Talibi now back to Davies. Davies will play it off the end boards. We'll get an icing call. 2:47 left in the period. 2 really epic saves by Worsley on the 2-on-1. And she just looks so calm in net. Just tracked the puck, tracked the play. Almost knew what was going to happen. Was able to slide across on both occasions and make really big saves to keep the Jackets with their 2-0 lead. Loftus in for the draw. It'll be collected by Loftus, and now Prawl with it. Prawl chips it along the end boards. Thomas is pressured. She'll give the puck up. Prawl rams her player into the board. Thomas now can't find the outlet pass, but she's tenacious in it. Puck fired in. It goes wide of the net. The Jackets kind of hemmed in their own zone here. And now Rumpke off of Prawl. Rumpke, left-hand side, got Thomas on the right. Rumpke fires it in. It'll be sticked aside, and Thomas will collect it along the half boards. She can't control the puck, and Prawl has to step in front of her own bench. Saints finally able to clear the zone. They come back the other way. Loftus back on the back check. Saints now fire it in. Worsley will glove it, get the whistle. 1:58 left in the second. 2-0 Jackets. Thanks for tuning in on Veterans Day as the Jackets playing against the St. Clair Shores Saints. Remember, they played 6 times last year. We're 3-2-1 against the Saints. Crazy. Could never figure them out. Day, Lemmerbrock, and Taylor in for the Jackets. Davies and Travers on the back end. Davies with it as the Jackets control the faceoff. Taylor backhands it to Day. Day now with a lot of room. Day now in the high slot. Day stick handles, fires, and it's blocker to side. The goalie didn't know much about it. Great in position. Day picks up the own rebound. Out to Travers. Travers fires. That puck goes off a stick wide. Lemmerbrock will chase it down. Good work by the Jackets here. Kept in by Davies and finally squirts out of the zone. But Travers is there, as always, to pick it up. Travers off the boards. Kept in by the Jackets, but it goes over Jenna Day's stick, and here come the Saints the other way. Too far ahead, and Reagan Davies gloved down by the Saints, but right into Travers's stick, and that'll go on goal, and that'll force a cover-up with 1:06 left in the second. Jackets get a line change in here. Good back check by the Jackets all day here. Whenever there's been an odd man rush, whenever the Saints have transitioned from their zone through neutral ice to the Jackets zone, we've always been able to get some players back. Prawl can't keep it in the Saints now, and here we go. 3-on-1. Worsley covers it up. That puck is gobbled up. She couldn't control the first rebound, but she was quick to pounce on the ensuing rebound, and we'll get a whistle here with 52.6 seconds left in the second. Jackets on top of the Saints by a score of 2-0. Miller in for the draw. She wins it back. Talibi will try to pin herself against the boards. She can't come away with it, but finally Elena Prawl does. Prawl tries to bounce it off the boards. That puck will land on a St. Clair Shore stick. Hits their own player. Goes into the far side corner, controlled by the Saints. Saints looking to get some pressure here at the end of the second period. Prawl with her long stick wraps it around for Folk. Folk on the backhand. She can't control it. Finally, Prawl will try to clear this out, but kept in nicely by the Saints. A good pressure here at the end of the second with 20 seconds left. The Saints trying to create something. That puck will go outside the zone. Bella Talibi's got it. Miller's in the middle. We have a 2-on-2 developing. Talibi backhands it. Miller is going to have to come back and look at it. Out to Talibi. Off the skate. Folk is tripped up. She can't pull the trigger. Buzzer goes. End of 2-0 Jackets. And almost at the end of 2, we almost made a third there as the Jackets broke with speed. But regardless, no scoring in the second. No scoring and no penalties. 2-0 your score at the end of 2. We'll be back in just a second. So as per the CCM World Invite rules go, every 2 periods there's an ice cut. So we're getting an ice cut. So we'll just recap our scoring here real quick for you. At the 8:38 mark of the first period, Davies, after Folk had shot the puck in, Miller deflected it to Davies. Davies at the top of the circle, just cycled around to the high slot, went to the far side circle on her forehand, and was able to put it past the right-hand side of the goalie to make it 1-0. Again, that goal comes at the 8:38 mark of the first. And then at the 7:30 mark of the first, Lemmerbrock down the right-hand side fires a puck in. The Saints goalie makes the save, thinks she has the puck. It's actually trickled in between her pad and her arm and lands behind of her. Referee had a good look at it and didn't blow the whistle. Taylor just went to the net, saw the empty puck, poked it into the goal, and made it 2-0. And that is where we stand. No scoring in the second. I'd like to remind you that the Jackets will be in action tonight at 9:20 against the Chicago Bruins. Hopefully you can join in and watch. And then tomorrow we face off against the Anaheim Mighty Ducks at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And then based on how we fall in the tournament standings, we could potentially play again as early as 4:40 on Saturday. So that tournament, the CCM tournament, will rack and stack all the teams, and based off of your record and the amount of goals that you've scored, you'll move ahead to play in the knockout rounds of the tournament. So that is yet to be written. The best thing the Jackets can do is win. If you win, you go through. And that's easy math. But if you don't win, or if you tie, then it comes down to goals and record. But right now, we've got the St. Clair Shore Saints on the docket, so we need to face them first. One game at a time, one period at a time, one shift at a time. So we'll go down through the points for your Columbus Blue Jackets here on the season. Peyton Folk, we're just going to go by number. Peyton Folk with 2 goals, 5 assists. That's good enough for 6 points. Ava Buzik, 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Ava's not here today. Ava's not feeling well, so we're hoping that the Buzik family is tuning in to at least listen and watch. And we wish Ava a speedy recovery. Wish you all were here with us. As well as the Crick family. The Crick family is not here this weekend either for a family funeral, so our condolences to the Crick family, and we hope to see you back on the ice soon. Avery Lemmerbrock, 11 goals, 13 assists, 24 points so far. Lauren Miller, one of your captains, 4 goals, 3 assists for 7 points. Bella Talibi's got 7 goals, 6 assists, and 13 points. The aforementioned Caroline Crick with 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points. Cindy Lou Loftus out of Springfield, Ohio, 3 goals, 1 assist on 4 points. Addison Taylor, 18 goals, 10 assists for 28 points. Sarah Thomas has got a goal and an assist. That's 1 point for her. Jenna Day with 5 goals, 7 assists for 12 points. Morgan Rumpke, 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points. Those are your forwards. On the back end, Reagan Davies, 12 goals, 7 assists, 19 points. Again, Reagan with 2 hat tricks last weekend. So Reagan Davies, again, finding her form this season. Gracie Travers got 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. Najla Haydam, 6 goals, 4 assists, good enough for 10 points. And Elena Prawl, 4 assists and 4 points. But Elena joined us late. She was playing field hockey, so this is like her 5th or 6th game with us. So expect to see more goals from Elena here in the future, and I'm sure she'll get them. But since she joined us late, her numbers appear a little bit low. But on average, she's pretty close to a point a game. So we need that from the veteran defenseman. And then Lily Talibi, 0 goals, 2 assists for 2 points. Poppy Worsley comes into tonight's action, your starting goaltender, with a save percentage of 90.9%. Molly Binsky comes in with a 91.2% save percentage. We'll see Molly later on this weekend. So those are the stats for your players. I'm going to take a short break, and then be back with a third period. So go grab a drink, go grab something to eat, get back in your blanket, cuddle up, and we'll watch some Jackets hockey here in just a few. Zam's on, I'm out. All right, folks, welcome back. Third period underway shortly. Jackets and the Saints taking the ice. Jackets up by a score of 2-0. Fresh ice cut for the third. Yeah, yours truly had to take a convenience break. Bladder was full. It happens. You got to shoot to score, right? I mean, only 2 shots for the Jackets in the second, 9 for the Saints. Even though the play seemed to be, a little lopsided towards the Jackets, just no good shots. Got to hit the net too when you shoot it. Limmerbrock out there with Day and Taylor. It'll be Hayden and Davies, blue liners, and Bobby Worsley still in net. I thought you'd like that, Brian. All right, referees are ready to go. Players are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Third period underway. Jackets right off the face-off. Taylor can't control the puck as she was held up. Goes off Lemmerbrock's skate, and right away the Jackets into the zone. Lemmerbrock will wrap it around. Taylor defends nicely in the far side corner. Taylor can't find the backhand today. Finally going to squirt out. Hayden just wraps it in and around. Lemmerbrock will chase it down behind the net. Lemmerbrock kicks it out front looking for Day. Lemmerbrock will pick it up. Lemmerbrock out for Davies. Nice read by the Saints, but Hayden is there to chase it down. Hayden, puck got caught in the water as I don't think the ice had fully frozen yet. Oh, Lemmerbrock with a centering pass in her own zone and gives it right to the Saints. It goes off a boot and finally out by the Jackets. Lemmerbrock right-hand side's got Taylor and Loftus. Lemmerbrock fires it in. Taylor will chase it down. Taylor now behind the net. Taylor cycles on the wraparound. Had Loftus in the slot. Elected to try to shoot. Thomas now in her own zone. Thomas now waits, leaves it for Davies. Davies now trying to hit Taylor. Taylor stepped off the ice, and Jackets will control with Loftus. Loftus chips it high and up and out of the zone, controlled by the Saints. Thomas with it. Thomas looking for Loftus, but it's too far ahead of her. Loftus is offside as she was deep inside the zone. And ahead of the play, we get a whistle. 13:24 left in the third. 2-0 Jackets. Loftus will come in for the draw. Controlled by the Saints. Left-hand side now. St. Clair Shores. Into the far side. Behind Worsley. Out front to the point. Picked off by Rumpke. Good read. Rumpke tries to leave it for Prawl. She was too far behind. That puck will go in wide of Poppy Worsley. Expect some pressure here in the third from St. Clair Shores as they are trailing by 2 to the Jackets. And now Thomas with it. Thomas near side. She's dispossessed. And St. Clair Shores remain in control of the puck. Lily Talibi now behind the net. She's behind Worsley, and she's can't clear the zone. Prawl will get it for the Jackets. Prawl now on the outlet pass. Thomas goes back. Thomas can't clear the zone. It goes out to the point. That puck will be safely blockered away by Worsley. Out front, St. Clair Shores fires, and that puck will be gloved down, and the Jackets hemmed in their own zone for much of that shift. And now the Jackets with the defensive zone face-off. Bella Talibi, Peyton Folk, Lauren Miller out there with Reagan Davies and Gracie Travers. Defensive zone face-off to Worsley's right. Miller late on the draw. That puck will go high and wide of Worsley's stick side. Miller was just trying to adjust her stick the way she wanted it, and the referee dropped the puck. Got to be quicker on that face-off draw, Miller. Davies now looking for Talibi. It's into her skates. She'll chip it ahead. And Jackets now finding it hard to control the puck. Davies with it. Davies trying to find Folk. Folk is not going to be able to reach that. That puck is going to go the length of the ice for icing, and the Jackets with not a whole lot of wheels. Here in the third. Face off to the left of Worsley. Miller will stay out there with Bella Talibi and Peyton Folk. Miller wins it back to Bella Talibi. Travers now with it. Travers' poke check. Talibi comes away with it. Bella Talibi looking for Folk, but it's too far out. We're getting an offside on the Saints. Expect to see another face-off here for the Jackets. Miller in for the draw. Won by the Saints. Miller, who is traditionally pretty good at face-offs, not winning that many today. And now Davies fires at the length of the ice. We're going to get another icing call as she was trying to spring Bella Talibi. Jackets will get a full line change in here, bringing out Lemmerbrock, Day, and Taylor with Prawl and Hayden. Face-off will be to the right of Worsley, and Jackets spending pretty much the entire time in their defensive zone. We need to get some offensive pressure here. Face-off controlled again by St. Clair Shore Saints. In the slot area, big save by Worsley. Jackets with Taylor. Taylor leaves it for Elena Prawl. Lemmerbrock can't grab it. Finally does. And now Jenna Day will chase after it along with Addison Taylor. We're going to get another icing call as the Jackets trying to stretch pass it out. Maybe they need to play it a little bit smarter as we were overloaded on the right-hand side. We need to spread the ice out a little bit, get our heads up, because we can't keep giving St. Clair Shores offensive zone face-offs. 10:54 left in the third, still 2-0 Jackets. They've played much of this period in their defensive zone. Controlled by the Jackets. And it'll be an offside call as it went off of Lemmerbrock back into the zone. We'll get another stoppage of play. This no-touch icing breaks up the play so much. USA Hockey, you're idiots. I mean, this is ridiculous. How can we make the game go even longer? I don't know. Let's do no-touch icing. Absolute wizardry. St. Clair Shores now in a rare behind their own net play here in the third as they're quick to break out. Jackets can't control it. Now St. Clair Shores behind the net. Relative freedom. That puck is cleared out, but not to a Jackets player. Jackets playing a little loosey-goosey here at the moment. The Saints with all the pressure here in the third. Jackets just need to settle things down here and play their game. That puck is going to be another icing call on the Jackets, and we're going to get a line change. As we're going to see Rumke with Thomas Loftus out there, Lily Talibi and Gracie Travers will be on defense for the Jackets. Another face-off to the right of Worsley. Face-off controlled by the Saints. And now behind the net, and the Jackets are playing with fire here. They need to sort things out. Worsley with another big save, and she's the only reason why the Saints haven't scored. Again, that puck goes in. Worsley equal to the task. She deflects it to the near side half boards. Travers can't get it, but Loftus is there to clean it up. Thomas now. Outlet pass is not strong enough and picked off by the Saints. Now Rumpke on the boards. She's tied up by 2. It squirts out to Lily Talibi. Talibi leaves it for Loftus. Loftus now has it poke checked out of her stick. And away come the Saints, but only as far as Travers. And now the Jackets at center ice with Thomas. 9:10 left in the period. Thomas with some space. She goes into the high slot but can't control the puck. And now in front of their own bench, the Saints. The Saints will dump it in, but picked off nicely by Lily Talibi. Clears it out to center ice. And St. Clair Shores onside with speed in, and Worsley has to make the save. And the Jackets have not come out to start the third period. They look slow. They look slow to make decisions and slow to make plays. It'll be Miller, Folk, and Bellitz-Leby out there with Hayden and Davies. Puck again controlled by the Saints as they try to drive it in behind the net. Finally, Miller steps up. Folk with it. Folk ahead looking for Bellitz-Leby. Bellitz-Leby backhands it ahead, but it's right to a Saints player. The Jackets doing a lot of work to try to get out of their zone, but then not making inroads when they get across the blue line. So they just seem a little clogged up. And they need to spread things out, remember their shape, and that's kind of what they're losing now is their shape. And away with it come the Saints again, right-hand side. This period has been all St. Clair Shores as Davies goes back behind her net to grab it. Davies looking for that outlet pass. It hits Talibi. You have got to turn around and look for that. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. It hit her in the back. She wasn't even looking. Get your head up. Now Folk on the right-hand side. It bounces over her stick. She'll chase it down. Miller will be the other forechecker. And a little bit of laziness from the Jackets. And here comes St. Clair Shores Saints. That puck stretch pass is going to be chased down by Talibi. Icing is waved off halfway through the third. Still 2-0 Jackets. Elena Prawl now with it. Prawl bounces it off the boards for Folk. Folk needs to get a change. She tries to find Miller. It's too far ahead of her. Addison Taylor with it. Taylor will chase it in far side. Miller's in the slot. Taylor tries to play. It goes off a skate. Miller was waiting in the slot area to rip it. Taylor couldn't find her thanks to some good pressure by the Saints. Speaking of the Saints, they're coming back the other way. As Miller goes off for a change, and Jenna Day comes on, and she'll steal the puck for the Jackets. Lily Talibi now in front of her own bench. Stretch pass looking for Lemmerbrock's picked off, and then Jenna Day gets it. Jenna Day out to Taylor. Taylor back to Day. Taylor has to kick it ahead, or Day kicks it ahead. Now Taylor with it behind the net from Day. Taylor will stop and go. Lemmerbrock chases it down with 6:38 left in the period. Out front, Taylor trying to feed Day. Jenna Day now out front. Hard angle shot by Lemmerbrock, and St. Clair Shores equal to the task. Lemmerbrock for Taylor. Taylor fires. Rebound not gathered up. Jackets aren't crashing the net. They're just standing there looking at it, and that would have been an easy goal. Here comes St. Clair Shores the other way. 2-on-1. Prawl's quick to get back. Nice stick lift by her. Got to be careful she doesn't get a hooking call. And that could have easily been a hooking call, but the referee's letting them play here today. 6:03 left in the period. That puck squirts out to the point. From behind the net now, the Jackets with it. Elena Prawl banks it off the wall to herself. She'll be the forechecker here as stretch pass now, and that takes a wicked bounce off the boards. And here comes St. Clair Shores back the other way. Quadruple teamed, and now Morgan Rumpke, left-hand side. Rumpke puts on the brakes, and she'll just feather it into the corner. That'll let the Jackets finish their line change with 5:30 left in the third period. Jackets still on top, 2-0, courtesy of Reagan Davies and Addison Taylor. Good work by Sarah Thomas on the backhand there. Davies has to pick up her twig. And she had that slashed out of her hand. Davies with speed along the half boards, able to cut it off. Good work by Reagan Davies. She's on a goal today. Davies dispossessed, and St. Clair Shores can't clear the zone. Good pressure now by the Jackets in the offensive zone. Jackets up by a pair, looking to make it 3. First game of the CCM World Invite. And now here comes St. Clair Shores the other way. 2-on-1. Loftus, the only one back. Hatem's racing to get there. Worsley sees it go in front of the net and wide, and now the Jackets look to break things back out with Hatem. Hatem off the boards to herself. Not once, but twice. Hatem now can't control it as Davies with it. Davies got a nice little stick handle. Davies around 3. Davies fires. That puck bouncing. And finally going to be covered up. And we have a little holiday festivities between the Saints and the Jackets. And it looks like we're going to get at least one penalty here, it looks like. Well, the referees are going to let him go. There was a couple of face washes there by the Jackets and the St. Clair Shores Saints, but Jackets letting him go. Miller now for the draw. 4:31 left in the third. 2-0 Jackets. Miller wins it to Talebe. Talebe now can't pull the trigger, and we have a 2-on-1, 2-on-0. Shot goes just wide. Outlet pass by Folk is right on the tape of a Saints player, and man, we got to pick our heads up here, people. Like on the breakout, we got to hit a blue jersey. This is easy money. Pick your head up and find the blue jersey. We just gave it right back to him for nothing. Faceoff will be at center ice. 4:15 left in the third. Miller in for the faceoff. Another 2-on-0, and the Jackets with Poppy Worsley in net, and we're going to get another offside call. Miller in front of her own bench now in neutral ice. Miller wins it back to Talebe. Lily Talebe now to Folk. Folk has it dispossessed. She was too late to pull the trigger on the dump in, and away come the Saints back the other way. Miller on the forecheck. Good job stick lifting, and that'll allow the Jackets to come away with it. Bella Talebe now with it. Talebe now to Folk. Folk can't control that. It was in between her skates. All she could do to get a stick on it. Elena Prawl banks it off the wall. Off the boards. And now Talebe with it. Talebe left-hand side's got Folk. Folk now on the backhand. Folk will wrap it around. And Talebe keeps it in. Now Talebe with it to Miller. Miller behind the net. Miller can't control that bouncing puck. 3:30 left in the period. And the Saints unable to clear. They finally do, but only as far as Lily Talebe. Lily Talebe backhands it into the zone. And her sister Bella Talebe will give chase. Bella needs to go off for a line change here. Jenna Day up. Nice pressure by her on the forecheck, but she can't control it. She gets absolutely dumped. No call. Interference. Easy. No call. And she is going to go back to the bench. She hit hard. And these referees. Now, Lemmerbrock all alone. Avery Lemmerbrock, 1, 2, 3. Goal! Avery Lemmerbrock, you give her that kind of time, and she's going to punish you. And she goes a glove side high, and I said bye-bye. It's a goal, 3-0 Jackets. Easy money. Third period goal, Avery Lemmerbrock making no doubt about it at the 2:58 mark. 3-0 Jackets. That line will stay out there. St. Clair Shore Saints with a lot of pressure in the second, a lot of pressure in the third, unable to convert, and Lemmerbrock against what would be argued as against the run of play, just rips it near side and hit the back of the net before the goalie even knew she had shot it. Great effort by the Jackets here with 2:35 left in the period. And was that the death knell for the Saints, as that is an offside call? Face off in front of the Jackets bench now. Lemmerbrock, Taylor, and Loftus out there for the draw. Well, Jenna Day still on the bench as she took that thumping and what should have been an interference call, but the referees are letting stuff go on both ends here. The Jackets have been guilty of penalties as well and just hasn't been called. They'll Saints goalie covers up for a whistle with 2:18 left. We'll keep an eye on the netminder to see if the Saints can get it into the zone with any kind of sustained pressure, see if they pull the goalie to get the extra attacker on. With a day out of the rotation, Miller will go in with Rumpke and Thomas. Miller jams it ahead. And now Reagan Davies will chase back after it. It's a foot race. Travers, good work by her to track back. That puck will score it outside the zone, and the Saints will have to regroup at neutral ice. The Saints now bring it back inside their own blue line. Thomas will pressure near side. That's picked off by Travers. Under 2 minutes to play. Rumpke can't control it. Rumpke on the backhand as she can't grab it. Miller had to slot back as Davies has gone up. In front looking for Rumpke. This blocker to side. Rumpke leave it. Miller now will have to transition back into the zone. That puck kept in nicely by Davies. 1:27 left in the period. 3-0 Jackets. Third period. And now Miller is just going to collect that. She'll backhand it nicely. And the Jackets transition with Thomas. Thomas just chips it far into the zone. Minute 13 left in the third. Jackets up 3-0. Lemmerbrock with the third for the Jackets. And here come the Saints back the other way. And that puck will go off a Davies stick. Minute left in the third. 3-0 Jackets. Out front, Davies picks it off. Davies backhands it looking for Rumpke. Rumpke's going to go for the change. That'll see Bella Tzleby come on the ice. St. Clair Shores dump it in with 48 seconds left. Now along the end boards. And finally out by Davies. Back into neutral ice. St. Clair Shores. Left-hand side with speed. Davies will give chase. Blocker to side by Poppy Worsley. She tracked that puck really well near side. 25 seconds left in the game. Davies has it dispossessed. And now Loftus can kill this thing off. She's going to take it herself down the left-hand side. Good work by Cindy Loftus, but that's poke checked away. Thomas will poke check it. She ties her player up. And now with 5 seconds left in the period, Prawl with it. She's just going to hang on to this puck. Smart move by the defenseman. Jackets victorious. Game one by a score of 3-0. Goals from Davies, assisted by Miller and Folk. Unassisted goals by Taylor. That was in the first. And then in the third period, Lemmerbrock with an absolute snipe city to make it 3-0. And that's how we finish. Worsley gets the shutout win. And the Jackets are 1-0 in the CCM World Invite. A reminder that tonight we'll be on the ice again against the Chicago Bruins. That game will begin at 9:20. Hopefully you can join us for that. Until then, it's been a pleasure bringing you this game. Hopefully we'll be able to see you tonight. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you at 9:20.